Hi, your shoulder pain won't go away. You've tried therapy, stretching, strengthening, rotator cuff, injections. No matter what you do, shoulder pain just does not go away. My name is Suman. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, and today I'm going to talk about the most common cause for shoulder pain that won't go away. Short answer is the neck. Yes, in my 13 years of experience, I have seen this over and over again. People neglect their neck and the shoulder pays the price. Why does it happen? First of all, the shoulder and neck, they are connected. If you consider a foundation of a house to be a base and a first floor that sits on the top of the base, if the base is weak, then the first floor will definitely pay the price. In this example, neck is the foundation and your shoulder is the first floor. Imagine having a wobbly base and trying to stand on it. Imagine standing on a sand. How balanced do you feel? You probably don't feel as much balanced as you would if you're standing on a solid surface. Same thing happens to our shoulder. If our neck is not stable, then our shoulder does not feel balanced. Imagine that for years and years. What will happen is over the period of years, you will accumulate a lot of stress on your shoulder, and that gives you pain. And the pain, because of the pain, most people try to treat the shoulder. Well, I don't blame them because it's hurting there. But many times that is not the root cause. That is just a symptom. Shoulder is just the victim. Main issue here is the neck. Why does it happen? Well, if you talk in terms of biomechanics, shoulder and neck, they share so many things. First of all, they share the nerves. The nerve that supply the shoulder and the arm, it comes from the neck. If the nerves get irritated at the neck, the shoulder will be affected and shoulder will hurt a lot. But if you just work on the shoulder, neck, it will never get fixed and the shoulder pain will never go away. Another thing is shoulder muscles and neck muscles. Some of the muscles are common. They share the shoulder and neck. They share the muscles as well. For example, this neck muscle right here, we call it trapezius. This comes actually from the base of your skull and attaches to the shoulder. If this muscle is tight over here, it will be tight over here as well. If this muscle is weak over here, it will be weak over here as well. If this is hurting on the neck, sometimes the shoulder will hurt as well. Another is there's something called referred pain. Referred pain in physical therapy is pain is in one spot, but you feel it in another spot. For example, people who have heart issues, they have neck, jaw, or shoulder pain, but that does not mean shoulder, neck, or jaw is affected. It's the heart. People who are having heart attacks, they may have neck or shoulder pain, but that does not mean the neck or shoulder is actually in pain. It's the heart that is showing the symptoms over to the shoulder. It is called referred pain. Same thing can happen to your joints, ligaments, other tissues that are on the neck. The neck tissues can refer the pain to the shoulder as well. So many times when we address the shoulder, we forget the neck. But if we do forget the neck, the shoulder will never heal. I will show you some movement assessment that we do at the clinic that you can probably try on your own and see if your shoulder is actually a problem of your neck. This is called a movement check. Let's do a simple movement check here. Just sitting up straight, try to move your neck up and try to move your neck down, to the right, to the left, bend, and most importantly, finally, pulling your chin back like that. This is called chin tucks. I will talk about the importance of chin tuck towards the end of the video, and this is probably the missing key in your shoulder pain. And what to look for these movements? The first thing we look is whether the movement is complete, if there is stiffness or not. That's the first thing. Next thing is, can you move smoothly? Is there any shakiness? Is there any weakness? Excuse me. The third thing you would check is, can you sustain that posture? For example, if you tuck your chin like this, can you hold that posture? That tells us about the stamina of the muscles, especially the chin tucking is also a test for checking the stamina of the core muscles of the neck. We will talk about how to fix that in the next part. But understanding this movement assessment is crucial. Next thing is, does that movement cause any pain on your shoulder? For example, let's say you move your neck in any direction and the pain on the shoulder goes up. That means neck is the contributor. Second is, you move your neck, the pain comes down. That could also mean the neck is the contributor to the shoulder. And if you do find that your pain on your shoulder changes with the movement of the neck, then your neck definitely is a contributor. There could be two possibilities. One is your neck is causing your shoulder pain. Next is your neck, in addition to the shoulder issue, is also causing the shoulder pain. What do I mean? I'll explain in detail. With the recent studies, what they have found is people who have just the shoulder issue alone, and when they did the neck assessment, and when the neck assessment found that the shoulder pain was caused by the neck, and when they addressed the neck, the shoulder pain went away. That is the first scenario. The second scenario is people who have both neck as well as the shoulder issues. Even for those people, as we have already talked about, the neck can contribute to the shoulder issue. Now, imagine a person who already has a shoulder issue, on top of that, also has a neck issue. Your shoulder will be killing you. So, even for those people, addressing the neck first will take majority of the pain, and then we can deal with the shoulder later on. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to deal with the neck problem, especially this movement right here, chin tucks. That's about 60 to 70% of people who have shoulder issues, they have issue with this range of motion. Simply, you turn around to your side, pull your chin like that towards the base of the spine. If you can do that, then you need to start doing that as an exercise program. I will talk about exercise shortly after. Now, how this exercise can affect the shoulder. First of all, this movement opens up your spine in no other way that you can. So this movement will open up your neck. It will also open up all the nerve that comes to the shoulder. So it will open up all the irritation that happens over here. It also gives you a good stability. Now, talking about the stability, if your neck is stable, your shoulder muscles don't have to work too much. Imagine you're standing on sand and trying to do some power activities using your shoulder. Your shoulder has to work, your core has to work a lot. But if you're standing on a stable base, your shoulder muscles don't have to work as much. That's simple. So in order to fix your shoulder, we need to fix your neck. How do we do that? We do this exercise right here. Pull, hold, 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let it go loose. Repeat for 10 times. If the pain goes up and up, then you stop. If the pain goes down and down, then you continue. It's a simple fix and you can do it. Now I'm going to talk about mainly for pickleball players how the neck and the shoulder can affect their game, their performance, their pain, and shoulder issues as well. First of all, in pickleball, it's a game of precision. It's a game of power. To generate the powerful shots, you also need to be precise because the court is small. You don't want to hit the ball everywhere. In order to get that precision, your joints have to be stable, especially the core joints like, the spine, the neck, so you can actually be precise. Next is the neck along with the eye helps you track the ball. If you don't have a stable neck, if they kind of go everywhere, your bobbing neck, then you lose the track of the ball. And when you lose the track of the ball, your shots are going to be unreliable. Your shots are going to be inconsistent. You may end up popping the balls that you don't want to, especially at the net. Next is if after playing a game or two, if your shoulder starts to feel that tenderness, then that could mean that your neck gave up and your shoulder took over. So in that case also, we need to make sure that our neck muscles are strong. Now, let's talk about how to fix this. So first and foremost is getting the range of motion back. If you have stiff chin tucks, then keep doing it 10, 15, 20 times at a time, couple of times a day. And then after you get that range, try to work on strengthening that muscle. See, I told you this is a core muscle that is doing this movement. So how do you strengthen? You can simply have your arms behind your head and push against it. You can have a resistance band. You can put a kind of a ball or a towel against the wall and push behind it. It's pretty simple. Just build the strength that you need so your shoulder does not suffer. I hope this video helps you. I will see you on the courts, guys. Thank you.